Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I haven't moved anything on my screen, as you can see. Obviously I talk too much. That's why I end up with so many of these videos, because these little cards do not take that long to do. Okay, I am in the process of moving. I've flipped it, and now I am moving it up. And I put my timer on. The reason why I put it on is I don't have any of the editing programs for these videos, and YouTube will not take anything longer than 10 minutes. So I'm setting this at 8 minutes just in case my mouth goes in gear too long. Now notice how I've got it up, but I've left a little extra space in that. And let me zoom in one more time so you can see, because I want it when they fold it. I just moved it. Did you see what I did? I moved it, which means it's now out of a line. I stopped immediately, lifted my little, oh, here I go again with the words, my little, my thing. I'll think of what it is, don't worry. I shouldn't do these things early in the morning. I don't remember words that well. And what I'm going to do is I stopped it, and I'm going to use the back arrow. And it took me right back to where it's lined up perfect again. Okay, now pan over so you can see. Now there's not much holding that hat on, and that kind of worries me, and I wish I actually had Amy's card in my hand where I could look at it and know if I wanted it, and I really think I want a little bit more than that. It's just about a ½ inch, so we're making his hat on the side, so it's going to layer up anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap it, and I'm going to bring it down just one more tap, 2 more taps. That took 3. And that way I've got a little bit more space, and I've got about 3/4 of an inch now that will hold that card together. And because let's face it, it's going to be a weak card, but that's okay. That's okay. I think he's going to be gorgeous, though. I just can't wait to see him. I fell in love with Amy's card, and I knew I had to make it, so I thought I'd show you. And that's another thing why we're doing this video. Shh. This is called scrap lifting. And as long as you give the person credit that you're scrap lifting for, I think it's okay. It's kind of really, really, I mean, how much more could you just say that their work is wonderful just by looking at it and trying to duplicate what they do? What a compliment. But she did such a marvelous job, I have to do that. Okay, so now we've got our turkey on the top is still highlighted. I'm going to hit my group button and then highlight the bottom turkey. Then I'm going to go over to the advanced key and tap the weld button. Now, wasn't that easy? Now, if you want to make sure that your weld is perfect, hit the preview button, that little eye, and look at that. There's where it's going to cut, and it, of course, is perfect. Okay, now, let's see. We've got all the little parts now. Let's take it off preview so we can see. We've got all the little parts except the word thanks. Now, if I remember, it was Gypsy Wanderings that she had the word thanks in. But if you're ever not sure, and by now you should probably know how to do this, but just in case we have a brand newbie here watching today's video, all you have to do is go and tap the little search from the Cricut there. Go to keyword, tap on there, and look up the word thanks. Thanks. Oops. This thing moves too fast for me. There. Thanks so much. I don't want thanks so much. There. Now it's searching. See, no, I had thank, and I want thanks. Cancel that. Let's tap on this again. problem is I have to look around. There we go, thanks. I'm looking around the camera and I pass it up, and that's what the problem is. The word thanks can be found in, and it's searching. I want to put something else on there. I'm going to actually make a card. I'm going to cut out all the little pieces that say, "Happy birthday, turkey." Because my grandson, Justin, who's 8, wants to make a birthday card for his Uncle Dan. And they both joke with each other, and so he wants to make a funny card for his Uncle Dan. So that would be a perfect one. And all these, it's listing all the different times thanks is done. And I'm looking at it, and yes, I do like the Gypsy Wanderings is perfect for that card. You can see all the different way thanks are, and you can pick out the one that you want. I'm going to stick to what Amy's got. I'm not going to tamper with perfection. So we'll go to Gypsy Wanderings, tap on thanks, and guess what I did? I made it just as big as the turkey because my turkey was already highlighted. So I'm just going to go back because I don't want to deal with ungrouping, grouping, and all that jazz. Backspace, take it off. Put my cursor on there. Make it a little bit smaller, my little bar. And go back and get thanks. Oops, thanks. Now, my thanks is too big for my card, as you can see. So I'm just going to set it on the turkey. Make it a little bit smaller. Ooh, and look at that. Amy's got it. Oh, she even shadowed it. Okay, let's move it out of the way. Guess we got to deal with shadowing too today, guys. One thing about when you're scrap lifting, you want to make sure that it's a compliment and it looks at least as good as what they did. So, and that's a real toughie because Amy's really, really good. I admire her work. Okay, I made a copy of thanks. I'm taking and I'm getting it exactly right on top of each other. See how it turned yellow there? Oh, look at perfect yellow. Now I'm going to tap it smaller and smaller, and there. We have a thanks. And that should work. Let's zoom in. I'm going to bring it up one time. Okay. There we go. And it's time to finish this video.